Yo, UFC Strike fan, what is going on? Today I'm going to be bringing you a video to talk about the collector challenge for UFC 273 that was announced today. But before I do that, I'm going to ask you to please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And go ahead and throw a comment below to talk about what you think the performance of the night will be. I'm going to play devil's advocate and I'm going to say it's going to be Aljamain Sterling. So let's jump right into it. So all of the requirements that are going to be down below have to be met by Tuesday, April 12th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So make sure you follow that guideline. Don't be too surprised if you don't and don't get your moment. That would suck. So step one, you must own one of each of the moments below. Own Ian Gary, Julio Arce, and Khamzat Chimaev. Number two, you must complete one of the following requirements, which are own 25 Series 1 contender moments of different athletes. So that would be the complete set of contender for Series 1. Or own 3 Series 1 challenger / fandom moments of different athletes, or own any champion moments. So let's talk a little bit more about why this is a great challenge for Dapper Labs to release to truly feel like an inclusive environment in the marketplace, within moments owners. So this is going to help bring a lot of value. If you guys are keeping up with the marketplace or evaluate market, you can already tell that a lot of the moments on the market have gained a lot of value due to this challenge. And this kind of reflects upon what happened with the Adesanya fandom moment, which was maybe last month. So if you were smart enough and you bought the whole contender set, you bought some packs and you were lucky enough to get some challengers, and you're already meeting the requirements to get this fandom moment, then you're a lucky person. But I do think a lot of people were hating on this project at the beginning a little bit. They were saying that UFC Strike was not necessarily doing the right things to have an inclusive kind of community. And we're starting to see that it's starting to grow. This is a project that's gaining some momentum and that is starting to have a lot more upside as the weeks are going along. And they're showing that, whenever they're releasing these rewards for people that are collecting moments, then it's adding a lot of value. And this is the utility that a community was talking about, and we're finally getting that back. So it's very nice. And it also adds quite a bit of excitement if you're watching the pay-per-view or you're watching the fight, because you're rooting for the fighter that you own a moment of because you want them to be doing well, so that that moment hopefully gains value. So all of these aspects kind of add a little bit more excitement into this project. So it's kind of cool. So let's go ahead and look at the marketplace here. So some of these cards are still, kind of low. These are mostly Series Zero that, most people own, and, people don't have too much interest in these fighters. They don't have a lot of upside, but let's keep going down and look at the fighters who actually have some upside. So as we can see, all of the Series 1 moments were mostly sitting at like $3 or $4, and they're already up to $5 for the bottom cards, for the bottom contenders. And as we keep going, we can see that the value is starting to go up, obviously. So right over here, we can see, for example, Ormond Sarukin, who's he's one of the top contenders in the lightweight division. I purchased 9 of his moments at $7 before even knowing that this challenge was going to be upon us. But I just knew that, it's more of a long-term investment. I do think there's going to be some value to this guy. He could be a potential champ. So just seeing his value having risen already $4 is cool. It's cool. This one, Ian Gary over here, obviously, you can say he would be the next Conor McGregor. He's going to be the next Irish superstar for them, hopefully. His moment was sitting at $6 or $7, and it's now up to 13. So that's a huge amount of value if you were smart enough to invest, 10 or 20. That's not that much money to throw in a moment. And, it has quite a bit of upside. And in my previous video on UFC Strike, I was actually talking about this moment, saying that it would be a really good moment to be investing in due to the fact that he had an upcoming fight. And yeah, so as we can see here, he has gained a lot of steam. We can see all these moments here. We're probably sitting at 8 and they're all the way up to 13, 14. So that's quite a bit of value on all of these. And I'm mostly going to be looking at Hamza Chimaev because I purchased 9 of his moments at around $45 to $47. So right now it's up, about $13 to $15, which is pretty decent value. I do think that there's going to be a second wave of excitement tomorrow, right before the fight card starts. I think people are going to rush in to buy last second moments. It's the weekend too. People were working all week. So I do think there's going to be a little bit of an influx of purchases. Depending on how much the moment is going to be sitting out, I might be selling my moments. I do think he's going to win that fight, and I think it's going to gain, his moment is going to gain quite a bit of steam money wise. I do, it is a little bit of a scary fight, to be quite honest. I'm part of the hype train, and I'm really high on him, but I see Gilbert Burn as being potentially a stiff challenge. So maybe I'll sell half of them and then sell the other half after he wins the fight, hopefully, and then we'll see how much the value will be at there. But so my investment was about 450, and I could potentially make 2 to 250 considering how much the value will go up. So that was an interesting move, I thought, and then it's definitely going to add a lot of excitement for me to be watching that pay-per-view. Lastly, I want to talk about when to sell these moments. So obviously, if you think the fighter is going to win the fight, I would hold the moment and I would sell it right before Tuesday, because I think there's going to be a major sell-off right after people have completed the challenge. I mean, as we can see in some of these challenger cards here, or challenger moments, excuse me, Ji Yeon Kim is sitting at $68, and this is not a moment that should be $68. She's on a 3-fight losing streak. Yeah, okay, her moment looks cool, but this is way overinflated, overvalued, in my opinion, my humble opinion. I might even sell, I own a Clay Guida and a Jim Miller that I bought around $30 each. I might just sell them to pick up on those $40. That would be about $80 minus the 5%. It would be maybe like $77. And then, so sell them and hopefully be able to buy them back when, people start selling them again at around $30, and then keep my profit and hopefully be able to reinvest that money in new moments, or maybe stack up a little bit of all the money I've been acquiring through selling these moments and buying one of my favorite moments, who would be the McGregor moment. But I think that if you do own some of these moments here, some of these challenger moments, now would be the time to sell, capture that value right now, and then post challenge, buy them when there's a huge sell-off and people are going to try to sell a bunch of these moments for cheaper because they acquired that fandom moment. And that would be the time to really like recapture, a moment for cheaper. So I think that this would be a smart technique to try to pick up a little bit of money and try to expand on your collection if you don't have too much money, because everyone has a different budget, obviously. So I think that would be a smart idea from my perspective. But that's it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Once again, like and subscribe if you enjoy, please. And then enjoy the fight card. And much love. Peace.